I remember when I was working on a TV show at the time called Even Stevens. Do you guys remember that? Even Stevens for Disney.
Is that Shia LaBeouf?
Yeah. Good old Shia. And so, and my agent called me up and they said, "Hey, you have an audition for The Alamo." I said, "Oh, big studio picture with a bunch of stars." And I thought, okay. And they go, "You also have an audition for Napoleon Dynamite." I went, "What?" So, and at the time, I wasn't able to get the script. I only got pages from the script, and I read it and I thought, like, what the heck is this?
What's the storyline? What the fuck?
Why does he build a cake? So, it was just so odd, right. I remember having to raid my father's closet, and I put on his clothes, and I took the bus, and I went to the audition. And when I went to the audition, even like the director was there, producer was there, and so. He was like, "All right, let's do the scenes." And we did the scenes and we did the final scene. The final scene was where I'm doing the big speech, right? And I'm like, "Well, I don't have much to say, but I hope the people vote." He says, "Stop." I go, "What? He goes, "Slower." I thought, okay. "Well, I don't have much to say, but I hope he goes, "Stop. Slower." I'm thinking, like, am I nervous? Does Pedro have a condition? Like, is he okay? And I'm like, all right, I don't have the part anyway, so I'm gonna, all right. So, you kind of settle in and you're like, "Well, I don't have much to say, but I hope the people vote for me or something." And then you're like, and then I did the whole speech and it was so quiet. And then he said, "Thank you very much." I went, "Thank you." And then I just walked out and I thought, I blew that one. So, but then I got a call from my agent and they said, "Hey, all right, congratulations. You just booked, The Alamo, but we have a problem. You also booked Napoleon Dynamite."
Whoa.
And they both shoot at the same time. And that's an idea because The Alamo was a big studio picture and it had Billy Bob Thornton in it, Dennis Quaid, and all these great actors. And then there's Napoleon Dynamite where like, you're getting paid nothing. So,
yeah.
And I remember asking my father, told him my predicament and I told him about my situation. And he said, follow your heart. And I'm like, wait, that's what Napoleon says to Pedro. Follow your heart. That's what I do. I'm like, okay. So I made the choice to do Napoleon Dynamite.
Based on that alone?
Just on that alone, and when I made that choice, I remember my manager at the time called me up and they said, "All right, come to the office." I'm taking the bus and I go to the office and I'm thinking, all right, because I'm gonna get the script finally. I'm like, all right. And then they give me the script. They also give me my headshots and my resume and they said, "We're letting you go. We're letting you go because you should have made the better choice, which is the big studio picture. We need you to go up the ladder, not down." And I was like,
wow.
So I remember sitting in the back of the bus, with the script and my headshots and resumes. I'm like, maybe I made the worst decision of my life.
Had MTV bought it at that point?
No. I mean, I was about to shoot the movie, and so when they fly me out to Preston, Idaho, and and you're making your choice as an actor, and then I remember my first day on set when I met John Heater. He had his big hair and the glasses and his moon boots, and he was like, "Hey, are you Pedro?" I'm like, what did I say yes to? Yeah, but then I met LaFonda and Enrule as Kip and Uncle Rico, and I thought like maybe this movie might become something, And we were shooting an independent film, and we were there together in Preston, Idaho, in a small town where hardly anything ever happens, but there was like lightning in the bottle. And because of that, our fortune was to be able to enter the Sundance Film Festival where, as nervous as we were passing around buttons for Vote for Pedro or Vote for Summer even, and T-shirts, hoping to just be to be seen by anyone. There are different studios who were fighting for the film. you know. And so when the film got picked up by Fox Studios as well as MTV as well as Paramount, we felt like this might become even beyond us. And we, to our surprise, we had no idea how big it was going to be. And even alone, I just had seen them recently doing a live streaming podcast. You know, everybody went bananas, and the fact that it's 20 years strong and it's 20 years long, it still holds to this day. And I'm just very fortunate to be a part of it.